And lastly, teamwork. Teamwork has been pencil whipped forward and back. I mean, you can say teamwork makes the dream work. There's all kinds of catchphrases. And at the end of the day, I cannot tell you the numbers. So I'm a numbers guy. So when I look at productivity, I look at production rates, and I look at what makes a job go better than the next job, it almost always boils down to teamwork. You got to have leadership. You got to have the equipment. You got to have the materials, and you got to have the know-how. But if you put a motivated team who works together, where the person next to you has their back and you have their back, that's amazing. And that's where productivity skyrockets. The example that I bring up is we had a job at LKQ, and the supervisor had two different people on a team working up in a lift, removing transite panels from the exterior of a building. I stopped by, looked at progress, and said, okay, this is the starting point. I came back a week later. They weren't that far along. So I started doing the math. How many panels did they get done this week? How many panels did I expect them to get done this week? And they were behind. They were behind by probably 30% of where I thought they should be. So I went to the supervisor and I said, hey, these guys aren't getting it done. Can you take a look at how they're doing it? Maybe they're doing something wrong, but it seems to me like they're falling behind. So he dug in and he started investigating. I came back the next week. They had 3 times the amount of work done. So they got done 1 week. I don't know how many panels, but they got a certain amount of panels done. 1 week later, 3 times the panels gone, removed, everybody working as a team. I said, what happened? He said, well, I just thought those 2 guys were a good team because they were actually related. They were brother-in-laws. It turns out they hated each other. And what happens when you have 2 teammates that don't like each other, don't get along? There's no teamwork. All he had to do was change one person from one position to another. He moved one seat on the bus to another, and that team did 3 times the production rate as the other one. Now listen, teamwork is not just about money. It's not just about production. It's amazing when it works. But the funny thing is that team continued to pick up speed, and they were happy. I could see them smiling. I could see them having a good time. They literally enjoyed themselves working because they were working as a team. I can't stress it enough. The amazing things happen when you've got the person next to you's back and they've got yours. So just trust in that teammate and let's put yourself out there. So thanks again. Take a look at these core values and let's start living them.